The only other thing that I think Marvel has done that raises a question, and we're all curious to see, or I can't even say we're all curious to see. It's interesting. Henry Cavill in the MCU. Superman's going over to Marvel.
Mm.
I just don't.
We're
Because he's
wait.
so Superman. I think that'll be weird for him to just come into. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. I like the man. I liked him better
So
as the Witcher than I ever did as Superman, even though he is Superman.
Right.
He
So
just didn't
here's
do it
a
for me.
really
Those movies
funny
didn't do it for
statement.
me.
Here's a really funny statement coming from me. I'm a little scared to have Henry Cavill come into the. Unfortunately, Henry Cavill, despite his best efforts, has not proven himself to be a leading man. Argyle did not do well at the box office, despite Man of Steel. Okay, good show. Batman v Superman, it was hype. He was almost a cameo in Justice. He did a great turn in Mission Impossible, but that wasn't his move. Porting Witcher, that was fantastic. But what acting chops did we really get? He did a lot of grunt. He looks good on screen, and his action
Oh,
sequences are fantastic. But we're not getting those kind of lines from Geralt Rivera to be like, "Oh, he's a great actor." And at this point, we're just kind of
mm.
looking at it's like, "Damn, bro, like you just cannot catch a break." So he comes over to the MCU, and it's probably not going to be a solo out.
Hell
He,
no.
Yeah.
he's going to be supporting cast, so it almost doesn't matter who he is.
Disagree there.
I would love to hear.
I feel like, okay, so I know I don't want to take nobody's because I know everybody's throwing out Century, but I feel like that's just because the role just opened up and like, but I feel like I would not want to come to Marvel and then play such a similar character. Like
Right.
all it's doing is inviting the comparison. All it's doing is reminding you of the failure. If I'm Henry Cavill and I'm coming over, I would be casting him as Cyclops.
Mm.
He's got the Boy Scout look. I think he can add
Um,
something to the Cyclops character that is a little tougher, a little more gritty. He'll be part of an ensemble. Nobody really cares what Cyclops has to say. That's like part of the whole thing. It's like, whoever you're gonna cast as your new Wolverine, you want him to kind of have like more of a stoic foil, right? But you
Right.
also want people to be able to look at him and understand why Jean Grey is going
Yeah.
crazy over that. Because the personality ain't doing it. And Cyclops is super ripped and super muscular. Like
Yeah.
contrary
He
to how
puts in
he has been
a lot of effort.
portrayed on screen in the past, because they've always cast like these super string beanie type dude. Like he's ripped. Like the
Mm.
X-Men are all ripped. And so
Right.
I think if we're going to show him, in the light that he truly deserves to be in, I'm gonna start there. I'm coming in as a character that people know, so I don't have the burden of trying to introduce a new character. So I don't want to deal with that. I'm already playing kind of a straight-laced guy. We know that kind of works. He's a nerd in real life. Scott Summers is a straight-laced, like nerdy kind of guy till he gets to that point where he starts, asserting himself. And I feel like he could grow into a character. Like I see him
I mean,
being able to do the action. We've seen him shoot laser beams out of his eyes before. Like for me, that's where I would go with.
Got the
I'm
one thing on your resume.
that would work. And I think the reason I'm totally okay with that ensemble cast.
Yeah.
He's a part of a group, so he can bring everything good that he has to offer, and doesn't have to put the whole franchise on his back.
And I think you don't have to worry about like I think okay. I feel like Eternals was like bootleg X-Men if we keeping it above.
Right.
And I feel
Oh
like
yeah.
because it was like a bunch of characters that nobody knew, it wasn't like you wasn't getting the cream of the crop, top notch, well known act. But when you start casting your X-Men, it's coming in with such high expectations. And Marvel also does not have a track record of casting people who have been in big blockbuster movies, right? Even like you look at this Fantastic Forecasting, Pedro Pascal is probably the biggest star. Like the biggest thing he's been in is still TV show. You know what I'm saying? But the I forget her name. Is her the name Vanessa Kirby? I mean, she was in Hobbs
Vanessa
and Shaw,
Kirby.
but that's an offshoot of the blockbuster. That ain't like
Right.
the main. She wasn't in Fast and Furious. She was in
Hobbs and Shaw.
they cousin, Fast and Furious in them. She
oh,
was
that's
in
who that
them.
is.
Yeah. So I think like if you're gonna be casting like a major name, I'm putting him in a major franchise. And you don't have to build it around him. I mean, we've seen him in a team setting before. kind of, but I'm looking at the other actors who people gonna be fighting to be these roles.
Yeah.
And like now I can say to this whoever agent being like bringing me like, you know, you need to bring me like real people because I got Henry Cavill playing Cyclops. So we not coming with no disrespect to Femke Jansen, but we not coming with somebody who we don't know as Jean Grey. You got to be able to be opposite Henry Cavill. You got to be able to be whoever we recasting as Wolverine. You got to be able to like stand up toe to toe, like face to chest, but like toe to toe with a Henry Cavill type. And I feel like being able to cast that way brings a lot more gravitas to the situation. I'm even looking at like Lashana Lynch already as part of being that X-Men universe.
Yeah.
Like she ain't no scrub.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
She was in James Bond.
She's damn 007.
She's certified. You know what I'm saying? Like just X-Men, and X-Men can't come in because now you also got them coming in to like, in my opinion, like, yeah, we doing all this cute Fantastic Four, Young Avengers, but like X-Men is coming in to take over where the Avengers left off in the MCU, in my opinion.
Right.
So you got to come with it. We talking about you're not replacing James Marsden and Femke Jansen. You replacing Chris Evans. You replacing Robert Downey Jr. You replacing Scarlett Johansson. You replacing
Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. Like, these are the people who have become giants in these roles, but like they are giants to us now in this universe. And so if you're coming in already established, I'm not trying to see no teenagers, bruh. Like I need established. You can show me some teenagers. Like you show me Jubilee. She could be a teenager. Do it like the cartoon. She's either a Jubilee or a Kitty Pryde coming in, learning the ropes with these established members, teaching at the school, whatever. But I need grown people. I need people who can handle business because we already got kids. We got the Young Avengers. We got Miss Marvel doing her thing on the recruiting. She already done talked to Kate Bishop. We know she gonna go see some other
Ant-Man had a daughter.
Right. Like we see all that being set up, and that's cool. But like when the real shit start, I need like
X-Men.
Yeah, I need big people showing up.
Right.
Like go to the kiddie table. Now grown folks talking. We playing spades. Like y'all go play Uno. Dominoes is coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like and so I feel like that's a great place. That would be a place where I was. And he can also just be somebody who we ain't even thought of yet. Who knows? He can be
I feel like, and not to say this being funny, but I feel like Henry Cavill is, I don't want to use the phrase corny enough, but like
he corny enough.
Like he is already geek certified, uber nerd. And because of that, he would want to, and this is just how I see him saying it. I would want to pick a role that I think is who I am, and and he's gonna come out and be like Captain Britain, like, dude, that's super obvious. You had all of the options, and that's the route. But that's what he believes is the best.
He do a British accent?
Say what?
He British?
He's British.
He's yeah.
Oh, I ain't never heard him talk for real.
Yeah,
never have either.
Oh wow.
Wait, because he's always acting. So I mean, but there again, it's just one of those things. Like when you actually hear him talk in some of these interviews and whatnot, that accent comes out and it's heavy. And because he got the size, got the ball. You take a character like a Captain Britain, and that's honestly why people are going with Sentry, just because Sentry's so damn powerful. You got this dude that got jacked for the role and can obviously has like stayed jacked since. He can just jump right into the costume. We're good. That's why I think some of the casting has gone that way. But I think your take on Cyclops is actually really, really, again, well thought out. I have no objection to that. I just don't want Henry Cavill to do what Henry Cavill has done and just pick a role because that's the nerd in him that wants to do that role when he has an option to like really shine. And I hate it for him so bad because I want more of this stuff to be successful, and it hasn't happened.